Monday morning we're loading some cement onto the Corvus to take up to Brookhouse because we're going to concrete in that shed. Buggy loaded, let's go. We've mixed some ballast in the mixer, so some sand and cement. Sorry, some sand and gravel. And then we're just going to do some small batches in this. We're inside the shed because we don't want a big batch. We're extremely dry, but it's come out that quick, it's filled the mixer so quick, so we're just going to put some back in. John's just getting the digger out. Morgan's going to try backing in now. Probably should have put that on the mini Merlot. Might have been a bit easier. Hopefully it'll fit for doing the corners. That's had a window in the past and it's been bricked up. I think we're going to knock it back out so there's a bit more of a view. Still plenty wet enough this field, and we're going to drain to that pond from this hollow. We put one in a few years ago, but perhaps wasn't deep enough. We can go deeper now with our new drainer. I say new, I think we've had it 7 years, but newer than the last one we had that didn't go as deep. Lads are cracking on with the concrete in now. Plus people keep asking what's going on next door. Sorry, it is next door, it's nothing to do with me that. The guy's building a house, so he's got a caravan to live in while he builds it. Anyway, next stop, Bill and Joe's SFI meeting with ADAS.
Technology's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Sheep guys are a bit worried about that, but it's going to take some of their land.
That was a little snippet of the SFI meeting. Lots of farmers turned up, about 40 odd, which is pretty good. Some people need to really look at some of the SFI options because to keep your farm sustainable, you need to do that. Anyway, we've pretty much finished concreting in here now. So this is all level now. Obviously they put mats in the stable, so although it's a bit not dead smooth, it's good enough for them to put the mats down and the bedding. So this will get subdivided this week and we should get 6 stables in here. John's been stripping this old surface off, ready for cleaning it all out. So he's doing the little bits with the little digger around the outside, and then we'll get the big digger then to load the trailer and put it on it once we get to the middle bit. Annika's here doing a changeover on the house because it's been out over the weekend. Next stop, meet the gas board because they're digging the road up by one of the dog fields and it's caused us some disruption. They didn't tell us, luckily a neighbour tipped us off, so thanks Captain Phil. But they want to use the corner of our field to put the spoil, so that means that they're going to keep the road open for our customers. But we'll go and see what we can do. Yeah, that road behind me there is closed now for 6 weeks because they're replacing the gas main, and they've turned up to start digging and found that the old main is leaking, and that's why they're replacing it, but leaking a lot more than they thought. So it's going to be dug up in loads of different places. Just look at this OSR. Looks okay. You see the pigeons have been thinning out a bit, but I think, believe it or not, I think it's actually started growing again, even though winter's over. We had lots of sun last week, but it was quite cold, but I'm sure it's taller than it was a few weeks when I was last here. But they're doing some sort of growing. Anyway, fingers crossed the pigeons leave it alone. We're just lifting out some of these telegraph poles, or the old electric poles. And we're going to cut them up to make some strainers for the fencing that we're going to be putting up tomorrow. So they're about 30 foot long, so we might be able to get 3 or 4 strainer posts out of each old electric pole. John stripped a lot of the sand to the middle, just got that side to do. It's starting to go a little bit dark now, so probably finish that off tomorrow. Proper dark now, days just are not long enough. Head back to HQ now. Back now at HQ. I forgot to show you this the other day when we were at the Petzolato factory. They were doing some chipping, and then we had wind's getting up a bit, and we had a little look around the power station where they were chipping at it. So there's a little bit of that power station. He's just folded the chipper up now, ready to go back down the road. Just gonna have a quick look around this power station. It's pretty big. It's nice and warm as well in here. All running off wood chip. That is a proper boiler. It's huge. Probably like 8 times the size of ours, 10 times the size of ours. There's the in-feed augers. Oh, this is the back of the walking floor.
That's why we can feed also roots.
It's just a scaled up version of ours, really. Is it a bed chain though instead of an auger? Or is it hydraulic pusher? Yeah, it's hydraulically pushed in, isn't it?
That's a block and throw.
Yeah. You just throw the roots in and it just takes it in. This is the back of the walking floors. So it's sort of like, I don't know, 10 times bigger than ours as well. Feeds up into the boiler. We asked what the bag of urea was for in the middle of the power plant, and they make their own AdBlue in a tank over there to inject into the exhaust to clean the emissions up. And there's a JCB here as well. This is what it's doing inside, so it's feeding the boiler's then heating oil, the oil's driving the turbine, cooling it down, and then putting it back round again. So it doesn't create steam, it creates hot oil. So the hot water that they're using that creates as well, or the cooling oil, they're creating hot water and pumping that to the local village to heat it in the winter. We've just seen this here, it's like a massive pair of bolt croppers that goes on the front links of the tractor. It's for chopping fruit trees off. But just to give you an idea of the scale. So these are the turbines that are being driven by the hot oil. And it looks like something out of Willy Wonka. Oh, and blades are off. That's a massive electric motor then, isn't it? So that's the it's like a big turbo, isn't it, really, you know?
Carbon brake. What we are making at the moment. That's sort of working right now.
947 kilowatt. Wow. Pratt and Whitney Power Station Company. Is that American or English? What do you got a car jet washer? I guess it's made in Italy. The depth of that walking floor pit for chip. There's like a little pelleter here that they're making pellets. They've got another Massey here with a ejector trailer on the back. But yeah, that was the whistle stop tour of the power station. Quiz question today. What does that do on the front of the Corvus? If you think you know, leave a comment below. Dead quick birthday bumper. Alexandra Annell, I think it's pronounced. Craig Atkinson is 52. Helen Barber is on there. Michaela Portunus Brown, I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. Richard Casey is on there. Martin Shep, I think it's pronounced. And Dylan Sedgemore also. He's 45 as well, Martha. So happy birthday, everyone on there. We're now 57 and nearly £500,000 for the air ambulance. Someone says, when will we present them that money? It goes to them automatically. Every time you come on and click the link and do a donation, it goes straight to them. Just Giving, pay them, I think, every week. So yeah, there won't be a big check handover because it's already been done. Morgan's looking at quad track rebuild kits because there's a quad track for sale as well at the moment. It's breathing heavy. Loads of people have sent me the link. Spoke to them, they said yes, no, it is breathing very heavily, so it probably would need some attention in the engine. But the rebuild kit is from Cummins, is what, 10,000 did you say?
Yeah, $9,200 US.
Oh, dollars. Oh, well, that's probably what, $7 grand.
Yeah, $7 grand. Yeah.
$7 grand. But there might be someone that makes one cheaper. Don't know. But it would be a big job, I would think, building the engine up. But I'm sure he could probably do it on Saturday after he's put the 1690 back together. Yeah. Fix that Massey and refurb the MB track.
Afternoon's work, that.
John said he'd make him a brew as well while he was doing it. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, hold on, we found one. $2,800 from AliExpress in China, probably. Cummins might even have a factory in China.
Probably
might be someone sneaking it out the back door.
Probably
perhaps.
genuine, yeah.
You get cuts wet lines, yeah, and the rings, shells.
Yeah.
Today's video is actually shorter than they normally are, so here's a minute from Llama of an app that I saw that I thought was pretty good. It was actually in the Real Country Files. You might have seen it yesterday, so apologies if you have, but I put it at the end, that's why. But if you've not checked out the Real Country File yesterday, go and check it out. It's the link's below yesterday's video, or type in the Real Country File and it'll come up. Just we've got two people on the stand here, but one of them's by James, so we're just with Daniel, and he's just going to explain what Smart Farmer app is.
Okay,
60 seconds, go.
Okay, so Smart Farm is all about health and safety on farms. We know it's getting a big problem. There are 30 deaths from last April to now. So anything we can do to improve that. So it's an app, it's all about your daily checks, it's about following a routine, recording those checks. If there's a problem, highlighting it, and that can then go into the workshop for fixing. And if the worst does happen, you can show that you followed best practice and you've got a comprehensive audit trail of health and safety practices. It's not bureaucracy, it's just about using technology sensibly.
Yeah, that's always the thing. Like, you might maintain your machinery, but unless you write it down, HSE don't know you have, and that's why you can do it with this app. So there's a few of the little screenshots of what it does. And that was where you can map if there's like manholes, electric cables, gas mains for fields as well. Anyway, that's all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.